What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? We're back. We're back. We're gonna do another X-Men '97 episode. The what do you call it? Penultimate, right? Is that the one before last? Penultimate? Is that how you say that?
I'm not sure. I don't know that one.
I do not know.
It's like
You got
one
me down.
for the last. Penultimate. I think that's a SAT word. Anyway, we learned something today. So yeah, we're doing X-Men. Hope everybody's having a good night, good day. Whenever you're watching this, please don't forget, if you can, smash that like button or heart button or whatever platform you're watching me on.
And subscribe.
Yeah, all that good stuff. All that internet stuff. You know what to do. You know the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing, y'all.
Do the thing.
Yeah, please do the thing. All right, now we're going to get into the episode. So X-Men '97, of course. And this one is called Tolerance is Extinction Part 2. And if you remember last time, Professor Xavier just came back from the Shi'ar Empire. He's in bed, waking up, and as we all know, he has to pull his legs out because he don't walk. His legs do not work, so he's got to. I purposely showed that to make sure you remember he don't walk no more because he's not in what's called Chandalar anymore. He doesn't have that fancy outfit where he could walk, so he's back to normal again. And it switches a lot in this episode. Bang, bang, bang. Keeps switching different people. So they show Magneto for a second. He's looking at his helmet there, and
back in the cool costume.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Yes, the one we all know and love for sure, for sure. And then here we see all the Sentinel Prime people. They're all frozen because Magneto did what he did. Electromagnetic, blah blah blah, throughout the whole world, and everything electronic does not work, including all these people. But it's weird because Bastion's not affected, so obviously he's different than everybody else somehow. And he's there in the middle there carrying his mom. I'm like, bro, you did this to your own mother? Like, bro, really?
Not intentional.
And he's upset about it. I'm like, well, you think that was a good idea? Anyway, whatever. And then we go to jump again to somebody else. So Jubilee and Roberto are running from a mob.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're chasing them, but they're like, you guys, well, they're probably thinking like, we have no electricity. This has got to be mutants. You did this. So let's get them. Let's get them, Bob mentality. And they do the very smart thing of running into a flipping alley. That's what you do. Stupid. Anyway,
well, that's what most teenagers do.
Exactly. And look at this. 2 against all of them. What you gonna do? I mean, they got powers. They're gonna
Mr. Mate was good.
But he could fly.
And he could fly. That's true. That is true. That's true. What's going on, Anthony? And so yeah, they're powering up there. There's, you can see her and him. He's powering up, whatever. Oops, what did I just do? It's something weird. Okay. Sorry, the wrong thing. And then we're back to the mansion. Xavier is cleaning off his what do we want to call this? A hover wheelchair?
Hover chair.
Pretty much, yeah, hover chair. Yeah.
Hover chair.
It's not necessarily on the ground, but it's a hover chair.
Yeah. And it's a mess. The whole place is a mess, as you can see. Don't even know why he's bothered cleaning it because it don't look like it's gonna work. Look at it. It's pretty messed up. Then we're back to Magneto. And he's doing something. He got all these rocks and he's got a plan. Obviously, he's doing something. And then we switch back to Roberto and Jubilee. And what's this? Some lightning in the middle between them? Wonder what that's about.
Lightning is the question. Yes.
Yes. And we're all looking up as they are. And somebody's up at the top. And who is it? The Queen is back. And Forge. Much respect to the Queen and Forge.
Old school Storm.
Yep, exactly. Switch back to the mansion again, and it's a hot mess. And there's in regular wheelchair pushing himself around. Then it switches back to Magneto again, and he's lifting something out of the ocean.
Yes.
So this is what we used to be called Asteroid M, and he used to have his base of operations in this thing.
Right.
So he's raising it up, and he plans on using it again, and he's going to put it in space eventually, and we'll get to that. Then back to Bastion. He went to his home, got a big old hole in the house right there in the room. I don't know what he's gonna do with Mom. She don't work. No electricity. But the weird thing too was and look, she looks like she was crying there. It looked like there's
yes.
I wonder what that's about. I'm not sure. But remember that picture that she said this was his favorite. Why is it black and whitish here?
Maybe she drew it in coal. Drew a little coal drawings.
Maybe just
like a little rough draft.
That was kind of weird, but whatever. And then, of course, Jubilee sees Storm, and she's super happy, gives her a big hug. And then we're telling you, we keep switching back and forth, back to the mansion. It's a hot mess. It's really bad, really bad. Jean and Scott are there talking to Xavier, and Scott is not really happy. And, basically, like,
Voicemail is
why'd you leave us in the first place? What's going on? Like, look what happened now. You put Magneto in charge. What's wrong with you? All this stuff, though.
Look at what you've
They're
done.
not they're not having a good conversation.
Not cool that you left us, man.
Yeah. So he's pissed, and Jean's just kind of just there backing him up. She didn't really say a whole lot, but he's just trying to say, like, what the heck, man? Look what happened. You left, and what did you think was going to happen when one of our greatest enemies, you let him take over the school? Like, what were you thinking, dude? And he's just pissed and starts to walk off. Rogue finally wakes up because, as we know, she was knocked the heck out from the Sentinel blasting her, the Trask Sentinel. And I think when she pops up awake, she's like, Remy. Nah, baby, I'm sorry.
Right.
Remy ain't here no more. So sorry.
Sorry to tell you that, Shia.
Mm-hmm. Nightcrawler was there, and he goes over to her, and Anthony got a joke. What did one Adam say to the other? I got my eye on you. Oh my gosh, that's
a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna give him that one. I'm gonna give him that one.
So bad.
I'm gonna give him that one.
Oh my gosh. So he's waking up, and she got to catch up on what the heck all happened. And like, he's, obviously got to explain a lot because she was out and lots of stuff happened. And I keep clicking the wrong thing. Hold on. And she's like hoping still, like, oh, hold on. Toby's in TikTok. She said, this ain't church. Oh, that's funny, Toby. No, this is definitely not church.
I already got you. I got my eyes on it.
Yeah. So he's like, no, Remy's not here. But then they don't show up, but he's obviously gonna have to tell her Magneto is, though. So, and I still don't know how. They don't explain that. Because
what?
How is Magneto alive? Because the kid died. And he even says, I saw little boys his eyes burn out right in front of me or something like that. How did he survive?
All I'm gonna say is magnetism, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
it's magnetism. Yeah,
magnetism is all.
I mean, they were all within his magnetic bubble, so I don't know. That's something weird, but anyway, whatever. And then I know it's hard to see, but it's Storm and Roberto and Forge and Jubilee coming back to the mansion. Like, what the heck happened here? Jean and Beast are obviously cleaning up, and Jean sees Storm and runs over to her. She flies over to her. She's super ecstatic because they're close. They're tight. They're sisters.
Yes, they are originals.
Sister. Just kidding.
Did not go color purple on me. Come on.
You and I will never part.
Oh yeah, that part too. Yeah, that's a whole different part.
Adam Bitcoin 444 was good.
Oh, what's up? What's up? That is that's my buddy Adam, obviously. So yeah, they're talking, saying what happened and everything, and then Beast is like looking at his leg. He's like, "Hold up, your leg is electronic. How is it working?" He goes, "Well, I planned for this type of thing to happen." He goes, "Well, how'd you do it?" He goes, "I just thought of it." Because that's his power. Whatever he thinks of doing, his power is he makes it, and it works. So he's like, "Yeah." It's just a funny thing. So now they're having a big old meeting discussing what are we going to do, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's there pretty much in there talking.
Cable's always having to carry a gun.
Always cleaning it and carrying it. And yeah, exactly. Why can't I? There we go. So they're talking, blah, blah, blah. And Scott is like, okay, blue team, this is what we're going to do. Gold team, this is what we're going to do, blah, blah, blah. And dividing up the teams and whatnot. And Galapagos Islands, that's where Bastion's headquarters is. And where is that, Tony? You know that?
I'm looking on the map, and I don't remember it being in that area. Let me get to Matt search real quick, because I don't remember it being there. I thought it was farther out into the Pacific, honestly.
Galapagos Island?
Yes, I thought it was farther out in the Pacific.
Oh,
one interesting thing that was said, but then it was really interesting that said was they were like, well, wait a minute. How is Bastion going to do anything with any Sentinels or whatever, because there's no electricity? And where's the server that he's using to power up whatever he's doing in the Galapagos Islands? And then Xavier said, Bastion is the server.
Yes.
Okay.
That's accurate on the map.
Galapagos Islands is on the west side of Ecuador.
Yeah, that's accurate right there. That is accurate.
Okay. All
Yeah.
I thought it was farther out than that. Good lord.
Just below the equator.
Okay. Yep. Now I know where it's in. Okay, cool.
West of Ecuador.
Yeah.
Street where ain't nothing in between. Good God have mercy. Sorry, Rick. Please continue.
That's okay. Toby, thanks for the gift stuff. Thank you. So yeah, Bastion. He said Bastion is the server, right?
Mhm.
Anthony said that map is not to scale.
It's not, but it's accurate, Anthony. I see you over there.
Oh, I forgot I should be putting these on the screen. Sorry about that. That map is not to scale. Sorry about that. But I am reading them. I just forgot to put it on the screen. All right. So again, game plan, trying to figure out what they're gonna do, yada yada yada. All this stuff. And then Xavier starts to explain the fact that he went to Bastion's house when he was young because he thought, and I guess Cerebro thought, that Bastion was a mutant.
Mhm.
And he said when they got there, and as soon as the mom heard the word mutant, she was like, nope, get out. And so, and I think Storm's the one that said, she goes, you know what? He could have been one of us if the mom said yes, which would have been wild. Roberto being contrarian, and because I forgot exactly what Xavier said, and he's like, "Aren't you the one that put Magneto in charge? Like the one that put everything up?"
So Vista says it's 600 miles off the coast of Ecuador. Appreciate you over there, lady. Please.
Oh, thank you, Toby. Thank you.
And Rogue is still mourning because look what she's wearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her body language is very interesting. We'll find out why soon. Scott's like, all right, enough with the blame game. Stop blaming. We got a problem. The world's gonna end in 12 hours. I don't know what 12 hours is, but apparently that's how much time they got before it gets even worse because the Earth's off the magnetics, whatever. All that technical stuff.
The axis.
Magnetic pole, yeah.
Yeah. So Forge and Beast are working on a collar that, if you remember the Phoenix saga from the original cartoon, they used this on Jean when she was a Dark Phoenix to try to take her powers away.
On the movie as well.
Suppress it, yeah.
Use us on the movie, yes.
Yeah. So they're working on this. Like, this is what we're going to do on Bastion. We're going to try to use this and make it so he won't have any powers. And boom, problem solved. He can't bother us no more. There it is. And then Storm comes in and she's like, what is this thing? And he's like, oh, it's something that's going to take away powers. Do you remember what just happened to Storm recently?
Yes.
She got her powers taken away. She was not too pleased with that. And all of a sudden, we can't hear it now because we're looking at pictures, but you hear thunder. She's like, no, we're not doing that.
No, messing around and messing with a PTSD.
Yeah.
Trying to find out. So they're like, okay. I guess we're not doing that. So then Rogue and Xavier having a moment, and she's like, you weren't here again, blah blah blah, and Remy's dead now, and who knows how it could have been. Toby said, I like Rogue's hair. Yeah, she got some good hair. She used some good hair products. Yeah. So she's pissed. She's just pissed, and plus she was out so long, she missed everything. She don't know what's going on. All she knows in her mind, her man just died because she just woke up now, And remember, she was on a rampage during the funeral and everything. So she's still just totally pissed. She's not in her normal state of mind. Let's put it that way. Then all of a sudden, up in the sky, what the heck is this coming down out the sky?
Yeah, who is this now? We already seen everybody. Who else can come with this type of power? Exactly.
Yep. And Xavier obviously is startled. And of course, it's Magneto.
Who we thought it was in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
One of two, either him or Storm, exactly.
Yep. And carrying Asteroid M with him. And of course, Wolverine always ready to fight. Ready to fight. He cracks me up. And so look at the scale. Can you see them, how small they are compared to this thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the way on the left under those trees. This thing's ginormous.
With the Aurora Borealis and a rock coming out.
Exactly. Man. So Magneto's basically like, listen, your way don't work, Xavier.
Yeah, I tried your way.
Mm-hmm. So come with me. We're going to start over. And he basically even calls Xavier this is later, but he calls him a traitor to mutant kind, which is pretty harsh.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's actually later. But yeah, so he's like, who wants to come with me? We're going to start over, blah, blah, blah. And, he's dead serious. Like, come with me because I'm going to make, we're going to do better than what y'all do because you're a mess. And so he's just talking to them, trying to reason with them. He really wants, somebody to come with him, somebody. And Rogue puts Remy's jacket on top of Xavier. Like, all right, I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
out.
this is a little heartbreaking. I can't lie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little heartbreaking.
And Nightcrawler's like, Hog, what are you doing? You know, whatever, something like that. Like, are you crazy? What are you doing? And
One of
Roberto's
those European.
No,
diets.
Fraulein.
like,
You
yeah,
must not do this, Fraulein.
yeah. And Roberto's like, you know what? I think Magneto's right. Look what my mom did to me.
Mhm.
She let them take us away. That's my family. That's my blood. So you know what? I'm gonna go with Magneto. I think he might be right. So they both go with him. Nobody else does, thankfully. But yeah, they're gonna both go to Asteroid M. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And then we go to Muir Isle, I believe this is. If you remember that from the old cartoons where let me see, Moira McTaggart.
Moira. Yeah.
Moira.
So they got all kind of stuff in here. They got planes, they got all kind of cars, they got multiple hover chairs. If you look around, there's like all kinds
We
of stuff.
said multiple hover chairs. We got the
It is. Look, there's a blue one and there's a yellow
we
one.
got the multiverse hover chair on to the right.
And you got the Jetsons right there on the right there.
Easy.
Mhm.
I see it.
So anyway, and then of course, Cable there is with his gun, cleaning it as what, Brian? What does a good gun owner do always?
Always maintain.
That's right.
And he's a soldier, and that's what they do.
That's what they do.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah. And behind him is all the original costumes. Did anybody ever see the old cartoon called Pride of the X-Men?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that.
I think you can find it on YouTube for free. And
With the X-Men.
yeah, these are and it's Pride is spelled Pryde, like Catherine Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde.
Y instead of an I. It's when she joins up with them, and anyway, so these costumes are like that, like from that time era. So yeah, pretty interesting. Scott shows up with a duffel bag, and they're talking, and they're saying we gotta go do what we gotta do, and Cable's, she ain't my mom. Okay, get over it, Cable. Please stop. Whatever. And he's like, this is confusing for me too. Hello, look what I've been through. I thought I was with Jean, and I was with somebody else who I thought was, it's also confusing for me. So, you're not alone in this.
And then giving you, and then saving you, giving you up to save you.
Yeah. And then he opens up the duffel bag, and what is it? It is a X-Men uniform.
Excuse me. Old school.
Yeah, he gives the kid, was like, what is this? We going to a circus?
Right.
And if you remember the old, not the old, but the original X-Men movies that first came out in Fox, they didn't have colorful uniforms. They had black leather. So he gives him this, and Cable and Scott goes, what'd you think I was going to give you? Black leather? Which was like, I see what
you think. Yellow spandex.
Yellow spandex, yes.
Yep. So yeah, it was a good joke. Good joke. Xavier and the president are having a talk in I think this is the astral plane. I don't think this is actually there. Saying, we got to figure this out because the world's all messed up now because of what Magneto did. And Xavier's like, give me time. I'm going to try to see if I can convince Magneto to put everything back to normal. Don't freak out. Don't be going nuclear and da-da-da-da. And then they're going back and showing costumes again at Muir Isle, and everybody's getting dressed. That's him with the and the funny thing is in Pride of the X-Men, if you see it, Wolverine is from Canada. But for some reason, these jokers in the Pride of X-Men cartoon gave him an Australian accent. I don't know why. That makes no sense. But
doesn't make sense, eh?
It's also ironic because Hugh Jackman is
Australian.
Yeah. So it's kind of
you're Australian. Be Australian.
Yeah. So kind of funny. And then Cyclops putting on his old costume. Mm-hmm. And this is Beast with the reporter, Trish Tillman. Yeah. Remember, she was a robot too, the Sentinel. And so they're hoping that they can find a way to reverse this. And I'm like, okay, that's a tall order. They literally changed the entire genetic structure, and you think you're going to do this real quick? Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty much Cyberdyne Systems 101.
Yeah. So, they're scientists, they're smart. They're hoping and probably with Forge, probably will be able to figure it out because Forge could pretty much anything he thinks of, he figures it out. That's his power. So, yeah. So, Nightcrawler looks like he's praying because he knows they're about to go into a big battle of some sort. Jubilee's over there looking at Roberto's business card. And remember, he left. He went with Magneto, and she ain't happy about it. And she burnt that crap up. She's like, this bastard left me. That's your man. Why is he leaving her? Anthony said, I'm sure there's some Australians in Canada. Yeah, I'm sure there's Australians everywhere. You're right.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure, eh?
So anyway, yeah, she's pissed. She's really, really pissed. And they're still talking, still like, let us handle this. Let us handle this. We're going to try to figure this out, blah, blah, blah. And they're ready to go. They're ready to go to battle. Everybody got old uniforms on. Cable put on that uniform. I'm surprised he said yes. And then you got two planes. One's going one way, another goes another way. One's going to the Galapagos Islands where Bastion is. And the other one
It's going to Magneto.
going to the asteroid M up in space. Yes. So, and they're splitting up. And Jean and Scott are there, and they're basically saying, okay, because they're going separate ways. They're going their separate ways. So, saying their goodbyes for now. And then we go to Bastion at the Galapagos Islands, and he is running things there. They've got the big old-fashioned Sentinels there. And, yeah, there they go. They up in the air. They're getting ready to fight. And this plane's got Forge and Storm and Cable and Jean and Morph. So they're attacking their plane. And that's a lot of Sentinels up there.
That's not good at all right there.
That's a little plane against all them.
That's not good at all right there.
Not good. So Forge is flying, and they start shooting. And Storm's getting ready to go out there because, she can control the weather. She can fly, so she's going to try to do stuff from out there. And Jean, I think, Jean, Cable, Morph are going to go to the ground. And there's a line in here that's so cool. Whoever thought of this, you need an award. Jean says, Storm, make them mind your weather. And Storm says, Jean, make them weather your mind.
Like that.
I was like, wow, that's
like
good. That's real good because mind
that's
power.
That's real comic bookish. Yes.
Yes, that was awesome. Love that line. I'm a geek, okay? I like this kind of stuff.
Hey, yo, man, we just as bad. Wait till we start talking about Star Trek.
Oh yeah. So Jean is floating them down, Beast, Jean, Morph, and Cable down to the island where Bastion is, and the rest of the freaking Sentinels. They're going after Forge, and Storm's out there trying to do her thing. And look at this tornado she made. Wow. Yikes. So now they're on the ground trying to figure out, where this is, what they got to do. And it's like an old rundown town. Like, okay. And then some Sentinels show up, and it's like, okay, it's time to fight. And then Morph, for here, can you see like the little divide in his shirt there? That's just getting ready to change it.
That's a rip.
Does anybody remember what he changes into before I hit the next screen?
No, I don't. Please tell me. Oh God, Lord have mercy! I forgot about this part. Yeah. Please continue.
Wait, where's Brian?
He probably stepped out for a second. He should be back. So
Okay.
make sure you keep your eyes on the backstage. I'll watch the comments for you.
Okay. Yeah, he's totally gone. Okay. So yeah, he changed into Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
And Jean takes him and throws him up in the air to do some not Hulk smashing, Morph smashing. He literally goes, Morph smash.
Well done, Rick. Well done.
So that's pretty fun. Getting ready to punch the crap out of this one, knocks his head off, and he's having a blast. Ooh. Then Mr. Sinister shows up.
Now we got problems when that Joker
shows up.
We got problems when he shows up.
I got a question. Why do these wimps keep hitting Jean from behind? The Trash Sentinel did it. Now this Joker's doing it.
Let's divert for a second. You know, the strength and a lot of the powers of the mutants and the superheroes in most comic books is awareness. If you're blindsided, they got you.
Yep.
So the reason why they would get it from behind is when she's distracted. You catch her when she's not aware of your presence, or you're not at her peripheral, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a little bit of a nugget I like to throw out there that I've noticed myself as I've gone through a lot of the heroes and the movies and the characters. Awareness seems to be the one weakness a lot of people, a lot of the even strongest characters have.
Mm-hmm.
You can find a vulnerability in that.
And Jean is no slouch. I mean,
no, she's not.
People could think like, male chauvinist people would be like, she's just a woman. Okay.
But the thing is, all of their powers are at their strongest when they're focused. That's why I emphasize awareness.
Yeah. Yep. So now it's fighting time. So she's going to fight him. She's blasting stuff at him, whatever.
That is one dangerous Joker, ladies and gentlemen. If you are not familiar with any of the X-Men cartoons, he is like one level below the most dangerous in a lot of characters. He really is.
Yeah. He turns into a black goop.
Yeah.
That's pretty creepy.
Sinister is a
Uh,
problem.
yeah, he's a big problem. And he knocks her down for a sec. She punches the crap out of him. Good on you, Gene. Get him, get him. Then we switch back to Asteroid M. Up in space, Magneto, Rogue, remember, and Roberto up there. And the Blackbird enters through the force field there. And that's, what was it? Scott, Nightcrawler. Who else? I'm trying to remember now. Wolverine.
I think Cable was on there. No, Cable wasn't on there.
Cable, yeah.
Nightcrawler, Wolverine. Was Forge with them?
No, Forge was with the other people.
Okay. Brian said he has to head out.
Okay. All right, Brian. We lost Brian, so
Yeah, we lost Brian. Just me and you, cuz. Just me and you.
that's all right. That's all right. So Rogue and Roberto, they're like, oh, okay. They showed up. And oops, hold on. I did the wrong thing. They go into the X-Jet, what do you want to call it? Nobody's home. And then she's like, oh, freaking elf. Obviously, Nightcrawler teleported them out. And yes, he did. And there they are.
Beast was the one we forgot. It was Beast.
Yeah. And there's Magneto sitting like he thinks he's God or something, sitting on the throne, whatever. Yeah. Wolverine, he's ready to fight. Magneto starts throwing stuff at them. Rogue is like, "Hold on, sugar, you playing to kill or something like that." She said, "Because Wolverine don't care. He'll kill you in a minute."
He don't care, but she know how to get him too.
Oh yeah.
She
Scott
knows how to
tries.
get him.
Yeah. Scott tries to blast him. He puts up a shield, so that ain't gonna do much. Jubilee is doing her thing.
Very vibrant, yet not necessarily as effective as we need, unfortunately, for her character.
Yeah, but we did see from the Mojo episode, she can be a lot more powerful.
She can be, but she's so lighthearted and fun. It's not necessarily aggression and intensity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't forget right now, she's pissed at Roberto. So a woman
She's
scorned.
hurt more than pissed. There's a difference.
Probably both.
Yeah.
Xavier's like, Magneto, come on, we gotta fix the Earth. You gotta put it back like the way it's supposed to be. And he ain't trying to hear it. He's not trying to hear it at all. And again, Jubilee doing her thing, and she blasted Roberto. As I think he hit her first, and then now they're both fighting each other. They're blasting each other. Boom. He's doing his, she's doing hers. Like, oh, please. And he's trying to reason with him still, like, this is madness. What are you doing? We gotta put the Earth back. He's like, nope. Oh, this was classic. He goes, friend, I have been waiting to tell you this for the longest time.
Shut
up. I hollered. That was hilarious. That was funny. It ain't funny to some of y'all, but it was funny to me. It was hysterical. Shut up.
Hurts. Yes, trip. That was a trip.
That was funny. So he's Cyclops. I'm still trying to blast him, and it's not really working too good because Magneto got that magnetic bubble thing. And then Xavier says, listen, Scott, what we need to do is get the helmet off of him. That's the priority. If you get the helmet off of him, I can use my mind powers on him and I'll make him shut it down. So they're like, okay. So everybody's hearing this, not just Scott. So back to the Galapagos Islands. Way in the background, you can't see too good, but it's Sinister walking in. And he starts to say, Bastion, Xavier's brats are here and blah, blah, blah. We got to get out. And he pulls something out. That is the mutant inhibitor collar thing. Remember they said the storm? Oh, no, we ain't going to they're going to use it. And Bastion's like, nope. Blast Sinister. Why? Because it's not Sinister. It's Morph. Surprise.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
He knew it was Morph. He knew it wasn't Sinister. Because he's like, Sinister only cares about himself. He wouldn't come running in here warning me. Like, what's wrong with you?
That's a fact.
Yeah. And then Morph loses the collar, flies off of him. And now you fully see it's Morph. Beast comes flying in, grabs the inhibitor collar, and he's like, we still going to try to do this to get it on Bastion's head. And Bastion puts out these extensions of himself, whatever, and grabs Beast. As Beast has it in his mouth, so he can run and climb. He literally makes a hand and grabs the inhibitor collar. He's like, yep, no, this ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. Meanwhile, Forge is still outside flying. The Sentinels are still chasing him. The Storm is still trying to do her thing, and she's getting them. She's lightning them. See them? So yeah, she's doing her thing, and you see them. But she's outside. He's flying inside. You know, you good? You good? Yeah. So they're doing their thing, trying to beat him.
Love you, boo.
Yeah. Wait till I see you later. Anyway,
Can't wait to
so
begin.
they finally got Forge. Fire. They got him, and Storm's freaking out. Forge, and then they get Storm. That's so disrespect. You don't. That's the queen. Don't. I'm sorry, that made me mad. They got Storm. She falls and goes into the ocean. Then we're back to Jean, and again, this punk always behind her.
Bully.
But it's Cable. Look at Cable's forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Do we remember Madeline when she had something on her forehead? Madeline. Because she was under the control of Sinister. Now he's doing it to Cable. And he'd been trying to get Jean all this time, and now he's making Cable try to get her.
Mm-hmm.
So he's shooting at her. And she puts up a shield, and he's just shooting. And she's trying to reason with him. Listen, this is Sinister. He did this to your mother too. He's controlling you. Cable's not listening because he's completely in his control. She takes his gun and makes it into Legos practically. And he's like, you know what? My mom was the first tier telekinetic, something like that, he says. He goes, that tends not to skip a generation. So he's like, all right, I'm going to use my gun. I'm going to use my powers on you. And
that's a heck of a character point because people tend to forget that if you hit a child, you might have one of their powers. Most of the children don't have the powers of their parent. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he he ain't playing. He's like really blasting the crap out of her. He's trying to kill her, you know, but Sinister is making him do that. She's trying.
She's not your mother anyway.
Exactly. So she's trying, you know, use a force field to block it, but you can see she's having a hard time. Look at this. He's literally trying to kill her.
He came from the future. He's also been in the more aggressive past than she is.
Yeah. So she's sitting there doing that, but she's reaching out to Scott because she's like, I don't know if I'm gonna make this. Like,
talk to your boy.
You're trying to kill me, Scott. I need you. So she's gonna pull him from the psychic plane so he can kind of sort of be there, but he won't really be there. But there he is. He's not really there, but psychically he's there so he can see what's going on. And he's seeing like, what the heck? Cable is blasting Jean? What's going on? And she's like, you know, I can't stop him. He won't stop. He's under control of Sinister. And then she's like, Scott, I love you. Like,
that's it.
Like I said, goodbye. And then he's like, Jean, no, you know, and then boom, disconnection. So you assume he got her.
Exactly.
Because the connection was broken. Wolverine's like, no, I'm going to get this guy. Wolverine, please remember you have metal all up and down through your body.
All up and down, inside and out of paws.
Please remember that. Oh my gosh. So Magneto's like, really? Really? So, but he got the helmet.
As he said in X-Men, The Last Stand, you never learn.
Yep. But mission accomplished. She got the helmet off. As you see there, he grabbed it. That's what he wanted. And so Xavier's like, ha, all right, let's go. And so he goes and takes over, and it does not look like it feels very good to Magneto there. He takes over, and he's going to make him restore, you know, the Earth and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, this does not look pleasant for Magneto. He looks like he's in pain. But then Scott blasts him, interrupting what Xavier's doing, because he says the other team needs more time. Magneto got his power back.
Exactly.
And now, oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. You just helped me. And he's just whatever, doing some crazy big thing. Rogue, everybody hitting the wall. He's just blasting everybody back. Boom, boom. He grabs the helmet from Wolverine. He's half knocked out, but not to put on his head. Oh no, he has another plan. He's gonna put it on Xavier's head because that helmet blocks psychic powers. So guess what? I wear it so that you can't get in. I'm gonna put it on you so you can't get out.
You can't get out. It's a Roach Motel. You can check in, but you can't check out.
I remember that.
It was my brain.
Yeah, today you're funny. So now Xavier is he's out. He's incapacitated, and not
But it
only
gets
that,
worse. I remember this part. This hurts.
he's not only putting it on his head, he's squishing it on his
In
damn
his head,
head.
yes.
That's your friend, dude. I know you know you got
That's
problems.
your man's. That's your man's.
Okay, I don't know if I go that far.
They was like this. They was like this.
I know, but that sounded a little bit gay. I'm just saying. But
Okay.
anyway,
It's different. It's a different movie. Different movie. Go ahead.
okay. So, Magneto's not having it, and then Wolverine sneaks up behind him,
Yes, he does.
stabs him with the claws. Wolverine was
Awareness.
like, oh,
With the blood.
blood. You see blood in the cartoon. They don't usually do that on the X-Men.
X-Men 97 has been this episode, these series, they've been doing it. Yes.
Yes. Even in the original, like when Wolverine would fight and cut somebody, it would always be like a robot, but you wouldn't see him cutting up people. But in this one, all bets are off. So he got him. He really got him. Look at him. He's like, ugh. I'm like, that's not good. Rogue is like, oh shoot, Wolverine, you went too
That
far.
was the clean version from Rick, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Everybody's like flabbergasted, like, Wolverine, what did you just do? What?
I don't know
Oh
what
my
he did. I just can't believe he finally did it.
Yep. And then, I should have wrote it down what he said. He said something about in war, it's the brave that go first or something like that. Some line like that. And I think I checked that out. And I guess Magneto has said that to him in the past at one time. And now he's repeating it back to him.
Mhm.
And I think Magneto says, well, the battle is finally over.
Mm.
Again, dude, you got Metal. Magneto controls Metal. He takes the claws out. Wolverine's like, uh-oh, I think I'm in trouble. And he blasts him. He's like, this is it. Our fight is done. You are done. I'm taking care of you once and for all. And Wolverine is in pain. Like, you see stuff happening on his body. What's going on here? And Xavier's like, Magnus, for the love of God, no. And the craziest scene, I remember when I read this in the comics, it was the last page, and I was freaked out. I was like, what?
Now watch this episode. That's the one thing we never seen happen to Wolverine.
Yeah, I remember when this happened in the comics. I freaked out. I was like, what? You didn't? No, you didn't. It was like the craziest thing. And back then, we had like message boards on the internet, and everybody's talking about, can you believe that? There are people talking to each other. But yeah, he literally pulls the metal out of Wolverine's body. Woo, man. And that's the end. Marvel Studios. Wow, that was insane. That was crazy. Crazy. One of the craziest things I've ever seen in a comic. So again, we're geeks.
Wolverine. How you gonna kill Wolverine?
Yeah, but it doesn't kill him actually. There's weird stuff that happens in the comics after that, actually. Very weird stuff.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But yeah, we still got one more episode to go. And boy, that's a dude. That last one's a doozy.
For those who have not seen these have actually been great. We've gone beyond the original X-Men from the 90s. We've gone beyond X-Men Evolution. We've gone pretty much on the level of the movies at an animated level. Disney Plus put it exclusively to them, taking on DC animation, and I would call this a good job. They haven't done the movies the way DC has done, but they made made cartoon series for the app itself. So big ups to them.
Yeah.
Good Lord have mercy. These were intense.
Yeah. A lot of people said, because a lot of people have not been too pleased with a lot of Marvel stuff lately, but when they saw this, they're like, okay, we're back.
Yes.
So, and season 2, I believe I heard is going to be out next year, 2026. Now the original guy that mostly wrote it, Bo DeMayo, he's no longer in charge. They kicked him out. So I don't know what's going to happen. If it's still going to be good.
Exactly.
I don't know. He did a great job. I'm like, why would you kick him out?
That's what kills me. The people who do the greatest jobs on these stories that we want to see won't have the job afterwards, which is mind blowing to me. Imagine they all get together and just put things together. Whew. You want a new economy? Let them boys have their freedom. Just give them the blank check and give them a year.
Yeah, I actually heard him on a broadcast that I watch of these other guys that they talk about all kinds of comic stuff and other things. And they had him as a guest, and he was saying like some of the stuff that he was going to do in the future. But now, of course, he ain't there no more.
Yeah, exactly.
who knows what they're going to do? I don't know. I mean, a lot of the same people are still going to be there that were working on the original, so it's probably going to be somewhat similar. But
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. I just hope they don't ruin it because I'm gonna be pissed off if they do. To be honest with you,
Right.
this was good. This was so good.
These were excellent, and I can't
Way
wait.
better than I expected.
Yes, I can't wait for the next season. Disney Plus has shown out, and we talked about it. All of the shows they brought out have been getting rave reviews, maybe except one or two. But for the majority of what they've created and put out there for the people, they've enjoyed it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now the newest thing that just came out was Daredevil.
Yeah, a lot of people are highly anticipating that.
So is it 2 episodes? I think it's 2 or 3 episodes out now. And the original on Netflix, everybody loved. Rave reviews. It was great. Blah blah blah. This one, the viewership has been lower than almost anything, and I'm like, why? Really?
We don't know why. We don't know why yet.
So
We don't know
I
why.
don't know. But they're talking about bringing in Punisher. I'm like, well, a lot of people like Punisher, so that may help.
They wanted to bring a lot of those characters back, to Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage, and all of them. They want to bring all of them in there and put them into a series together. There's an anticipation for that as well that I've heard. So
Yeah.
we just have to see how it goes.
Yep. Just wait and see. So yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, I've been watching it. It's kind of meh so far. I'm not gonna lie, if I'm being
Mhm.
honest. But I'm not completely turned off to it. I'll keep watching it, but I'm just thinking maybe they're saving the best for later. I don't know. But
Always save the best for later.
hopefully we shall see. And then in the future we're gonna have the actual X-Men in the movies again, and that's gonna be awesome.
That's what everybody's waiting on as well.
Mm-hmm.
These are warm-ups. Then
Yeah,
you got to wait for the releases, because I believe a lot of the movies and TV shows have been created. You're waiting on the release dates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's when it really starts kicking in.
They're talking about Secret Wars, which was a comic series. Well, actually, more than one comic series.
They did a 7-episode series on that already, I believe.
Not this. That's something different.
It's
You talking about
different.
Secret Invasion?
I thought it was Secret Invasion. You're right. It was.
Yeah,
Secret
that was with the scrolls, that the aliens
Yeah.
that could change to look like anybody, like Mystique does.
Yes.
This is Secret Wars. This was something totally different. So basically, I think they're gonna mix various stories. I don't even want to get into it. It's complicated, but if they do it right, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be really, really good. But
Yes.
we shall see. So it'll make sense that all of a sudden mutants are around, which they never have been so far. So
Yes.
what they do, hopefully, it's gonna all make sense. So we shall
Absolutely.
see. We shall see. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully we can do episode 9 sometimes, or 10 rather. This was 9. We'll do 10 soon.
You still got 7 on your screen, just so you know.
Oh wow. Okay, I gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking to only wait a minute. Did we do 7 already? Okay.
So hopefully we'll get our schedules synced up. Get Brian built. Hopefully be able to be on, and we'll do 10. We'll finish it out, and then who knows what we could do next? If you guys,
I'll be on standby. You let me know when, bro.
yeah, if you guys have requests, we're listening. We do have ideas already though, but
Keep out there. Y'all better let us know what you want to hear before we get started for real.
yeah, don't wait. So yeah, that's about it. It's about 45 minutes. Okay, cool.
All good. Appreciate you, man. Let me know anytime. I'm ready.
Definitely, and don't miss the next one. I'm telling you, the next one,
Gets into this
man.
goes in.
I'm telling you, don't miss the next one.
Goes in.
All right, y'all. So thank you for joining. If you can, again, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Leave comments. A lot of people say when the video is over, refresh it and put comments, because that helps the algorithm to push it out to more people. So hook us up, do us a favor, because we want to do more of this stuff. So if nobody's watching, then what's the point? So you want to know that people are enjoying this, so we keep
Of course.
So all right, y'all. You have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and peace out. We'll see y'all next time.